My Gavanna Melanin, welcome back to the series of What Would the Elves Do? I got an email asking what would the elves do? Well, more about what I would do, but I'm going to answer it in the way that the elves would. Greetings, Kimberell. My life is really bad right now. I try to be positive or optimistic, but I just can't feel it. I often think about suicide and ending it all. I have been watching your videos and just feel so distant from them sometimes. How do you remain so optimistic when your whole world is crashing down? If you were aware of Tolkien's quotes about hope, he often has the elves talk about hope a lot. Legolas says, "Hope oft is born when all is forlorn." And Arwen in the movie, she says, "There is always hope." And she even has a quote in the story saying, "Dark is the shadow, and yet my heart rejoices. For you, Estelle, shall be among the great, whose valor will destroy it." Estelle is the elvish word for hope. Hope is something that the elves hang on to. Optimism to me is not a privilege of a sensation or a feeling or an emotion. It's not something that some people have and some people don't. To me, it is a deeper insight into the way the universe works and the way that life works. I believe that the elves were full of hope because they lived so long that they knew that even through the darkest times, the wars that they went through, the kinslaying, all of the darkest events in their lives, hope is the word that is there to describe the eventual occurrence of something better happening than the current emotion or current situation that they were in. Hope to me is actually very realistic, or optimism is very realistic, because it's unrealistic to think that your life will be this hard, this struggling, this much in darkness forever. The most realistic, the most wise choice would be to see that eventually things do look up, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise, you're stuck in a tunnel forever, and that's just not what life is. Life is a journey, and you have these moments of great darkness that you go through, and if you can just hold on tightly to those times that you're struggling and go through and feel that darkness and go through it and suffer in those moments, there is a great reward afterwards, and that reward is the strength and the wisdom that grows within you, the deeper insight into your life, and a feeling like you can get over anything once you can get through those dark times. So, to be honest, whenever anybody says, "Oh, you're such an optimistic person," or "you think this way and I don't see it as a choice. I see it as an insight into the way that life works. And if you can see why the elves would have hope inside of them, as well as going through kind of a cautious nature because they saw what happened in their past and in their lives, if you can hold on to the idea that optimism or hope is not some kind of overly positive, fake type of emotion or feeling, but rather an actual recognizing that eventually the darkness will fade. The shadow is only but a passing moment. There was light and high beauty forever beyond its reach. That's one of my favorite Tolkien quotes. And it means just that these times that you're going through are temporary. There is always going to be darkness in our lives, but also there is a promise that after and through that darkness, you will get to that other side of realization, calmness, and inner peace, understanding one day why you went through what you did. and you will be wiser and stronger for it. So to me, hope and optimism and positivity is not a fake choice that I'm making. It's an awareness about the way that life works, the way that things move forward on this endless cycle of learning and growing and all the spiritual development that we all go through. Eventually we get to the light at the end of that dark tunnel. So if you can try to train yourself to see that having a sense of hope and optimism is a testament to your strength within, but not only strength within, but your insight into your own life. To really look at it with real eyes and get to the reality of the situation, because you know that you have not been in this dark time forever. That if you can look back in your life, you will see moments of joy and happiness, and you will find those again. It's just a matter of going through this process of what you have to go through, and you will eventually get through that. But you must feel every moment with depth and sincerity, and allow yourself to go through these dark times without trying to numb yourself with drugs or alcohol or even escape through suicide. If you can hold on and go through these dark times, there will always be hope for you to see the light, to come out of it a stronger person for everything that you're going through. And also, one of the things that the elves were known was to be cautious for predicting the future, that the future could never really be truly known. So that also helps me too, to know that the future is unpredictable. And what really determines the future is the choices that you make during the present time. But still, there's always a chance of surprising elements that comes from the universe itself. The Proverbs of Elrond is this: none can foretell what will come to pass if we take this road or that. So not even the wise can know truly what happens in life in the end. A pessimistic view or looking at things as doom and gloom is really not the wisest choice. I believe in preparing myself for the worst that can happen and also the best. Expecting the best, but preparing for the worst. If I have gone to bed in a bad mood or I had a hard day, I go to bed telling myself tomorrow is a new day. That's my honest thought of what the elves would do when they went through their hard times. They kept a little light of hope inside, not in the form of fake positivity, but of real reality, understanding the way that their lives have worked through all their immortal years on Arda. That it wasn't always darkness, it wasn't always Morgoth's rule and manipulation and the wars and the kinslaying, but there were times of feasting and seeing the light of the stars together and falling in love and meeting friends and celebrating life that way and seeing the beauty in life every day. Those are the moments that you can hold on to and trust that they will come once again. I wish you the best while you're going through this hard time, and I hope that my future videos can help you start to see that light through the darkness of the tunnel that you are going through. We've all been there. So just hold on. And like Arwen said, there is always hope. Namarie and Hananle for your question today. For you all, send me your questions and I would love to read them to help others. And I hope to see you all in the next video.